Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Monster Madness, and it's going to be Best of GodzillaThon. So wonder what this is going to be about. Just joking. Obviously the title was sort of like self-explanatory. It's going to be the Best of GodzillaThon. My guess is that it's going to be a sort of like a compilation of all the of all the best Godzilla-thon moments and compiled into one video. So all his best moments all compiled into one video. That's my guess. That's my crack at the title. Then it could be wrong. I mean, fucking Justin Bieber could pop up when I play the video. Who knows? But yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go. Let's never mention Justin Bieber again. Oh shit, I just said it again. Crap. Let's go. Thou shalt not be named.
Now, Godzilla and Anguirus, well, they don't like each other. I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
but I recall
it's the
Godzilla
same
saying
sort of
something
video
about
clips.
Anguirus' mom, but I don't know. They just fucking hate each other's guts, and Anguirus is a worthy foe, but Godzilla just kicks his ass. There's an art to making people in rubber suits appear large, and they did a good job in the first movie by filming from low angles and with proper
Yeah,
atmospheric haze
I
and
remember him
camera
saying all
speed,
this.
but this one comes off a little cheaper and probably has the worst shot of Godzilla ever. An aerial view from a helicopter, and he isn't even moving. He looks just like my foot-tall Godzilla action figure. My favorite part is when Kong takes a tree and
I
shoves it
remember
down
this.
Godzilla's throat.
It's
That's
awesome.
hilarious. Should have shoved it up his ass. Then there's this part where they look like two hand puppets. It's great. It's Cinemassacre's Monster
Mothra.
Madness,
I
Godzilla.
love this one.
This one is considered by fans and critics to be one of the best of the series.
You're damn
Creature
right.
Mothra had already
Mothra's
starred
totally
in her own
awesome.
movie, Mothra. She's basically a giant moth or a butterfly, but she's a good monster who only causes destruction when her twin fairies are in trouble. It may sound weird, but that's only because it is. In the US, the title was changed to Godzilla vs. The Thing. You mean that thing?
I remember
Or this thing? Or that thing? Or do
There's
you
so
mean
many
Mothra?
things.
I think they were smoking crack. Now, throughout the film, Martians control the mind of a princess and use her voice to speak to the people of Earth and warn of the monster crisis. Meanwhile, there's assassins trying to kill the princess, so why couldn't the Martians choose somebody who's not a target? Godzilla and Rodan spend the whole movie fighting, further proof that Godzilla can't get along with anybody. This is my favorite part right here. Watch, it's the dick drop. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Also, when
gotta
Rodan
hurt.
yanks on his tail, it's like his head is connected to every movement. The people of Earth agree to let them borrow Godzilla and Rodan to help battle
They
Ghidorah.
look like
So
buttons,
they
don't
transport
they?
the two of them to
I
the
said that
surface of
before. They
Planet
look like
X
little
to
floating
fight.
buttons.
It's pretty awesome because it's the only Godzilla fight to happen somewhere other than Earth. Their first match here is a victory and Ghidorah retreats. Oh my god, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, that jump
This
is so
victory
awesome.
dance is one of the most famous moments of the whole franchise because it has no purpose in the film and it's
Yeah, I
completely
know. It's
ridiculous.
but it was like
So
Street
the people
Fighter,
of
like a
Planet X
character's
have something
jumping up
else
and
up their
down,
sleeves.
doing a
Ghidorah
animation,
was in
the
their
cute
control all
sort
along.
of move or
Using
something.
magnetic waves, they also take control of Godzilla and Rodan and unleash all three monsters on Earth. I guess don't ever help an alien because all they want to do is take over the world.
Of course!
Of course, nostalgic critic.
Godzilla looks like the Cookie Monster, and he likes volleyball.
The hell was the nostalgia critic doing in this?
This is pretty awkward. During the fight, he lets his son get hit in the face with a rock and drags the poor little guy by his tail.
I know. I want to watch
After the
this
fight's
movie so
over,
bad.
he
Son of
clobbers him
Godzilla.
and walks away. Doesn't
I
even
want to watch
care about
this.
his newborn son.
It's
Worst
so
parent
fucked up
ever.
and funny.
But then he comes back and gives him a little ride on his tail, so
like
it's
a
all good.
Godzilla
There's
comedy.
another scene where he tries to teach his kid how to breathe fire, even threatening to hit him. Man, what a mean
Damn.
dad. But the poor little guy can only puff smoke rings. That is until Godzilla steps on his tail. Okay, wow. Godzilla's Revenge. This movie is the wet core of the smelly
Yeah, this
dog
one wasn't
turd,
good.
and we're gonna take a bite right
There's
in.
no really
Oh,
revenge
there's
in the
nothing more
movie.
sad than a grown man all alone wallowing in his sorrows watching Godzilla's Revenge, let alone making a video about it.
Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles, you know.
Oh no. Terrible.
So he escapes the kidnappers, and then he proves his newfound courage by beating up the bullies. I don't know which fight is stranger, the monsters jumping around and flying through the air,
Jesus.
or this ridiculous LSD-induced strobing
Yeah, I
fight
remember
with the
we
bullies.
talked about this. This is just
Godzilla vs.
messed
the
up.
Smog Monster, also known as Godzilla vs. Hedorah, follows in the line of Godzilla's Revenge, targeting it towards kids. Little kids.
Yep.
Little kids who get hopped up on sugar to the point that their brains operate on higher levels of existence and their supersensory nerves subject them to a fantasy world that exceeds that of an adult on the most powerful narcotics known to science.
Damn,
He's sure
I
come
want
a
some
long
of
way
that.
since he first menaced Tokyo, an icon of destruction, now a savior of the planet. But not in a cool superhero kind of way, in a, hey kids, be good to the earth kind of way. The moral lesson of the movie is don't pollute, or else there'll be some weird shit monster that looks like a cross between Oscar the Grouch and the Blob. He's made of crap, so it's like Godzilla's battling a giant turd. Godzilla fights by waving his arms and dancing around.
What the fuck is this? Oh god. The fuck. Yeah, what the fuck?
Even the chapter on the DVD menu says something you don't see every day. I agree. Godzilla vs. Gigan. Oh boy. This one just tips the crap scale. It's a shit fest that has to be seen to be believed.
I think it stinks.
When it was released in the US, they changed the title to Godzilla on Monster Island, even though only a few seconds of the movie actually takes place on Monster Island. That's like calling Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom Indiana Jones in Shanghai, but even that's being generous. When are they going to learn that planes can't kill giant monsters? It never worked before, so why would it work now? The monsters start talking.
Oh yeah, I remember that. What the fuck? I can't even understand what they're saying. $300 headset. I still can't hear the fuck what they're saying. No.
The two monsters fight like a tag
weird.
team match. Definitely the highlight of the film. But its repeated use of stock footage wears old, and so does the Godzilla costume. It's been used in so many films that you can actually see it falling apart.
Yeah, I
Look at the
remember him
arms.
saying that.
You
Yeah,
can deal with
it's
that.
insane.
But would it have been too much trouble to keep the famous Godzilla roar from fucking up?
Yeah, I remember. It's like a
You
record.
gotta be joking. What happened? Sounds like somebody playing with a record.
Yeah.
And if that's not enough, Godzilla bleeds. Come on, Angus, don't step in the saw, you dumb shit.
Oh boy.
Oh. The poster shows Godzilla fighting Megalon on top of the World Trade Center, something that never happens in the movie. There's not even a single scene that takes place in New York City, so how the hell did they come up with that?
Yeah.
Also, not to mention, it would be physically impossible given the size of the monsters. Sure, King Kong could do it, but Godzilla's taller than the building itself. But the one reason why this movie stands out from all the rest is because of Jet Jaguar, a flying
Jaguar.
robot that changes size. I don't even
Yeah,
need
it's
to
really
say
weird,
anymore.
this one.
You look at him and just laugh. Then the best moment of all, a priceless
Reminds
gem
me of
of
like a Power
cinematic
Ranger or
entertainment
a
that defies
Transformer,
any
it's
law
weird.
of reality that could possibly exist. Everybody in the world needs to see this. Watch.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Shadow
that's
Kick.
what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
Before the rematch, we introduce a bonus monster, a lazy one I might add.
Oh, yes,
because
that's
it only
totally
wakes
me.
up if you
I
simulate.
believe I said that. Totally me. Song goes on forever from what I
Mechagodzilla
remember.
just unloads all his firepower and turns Godzilla into a blood sprinkler and twists his head around till it comes off.
Jesus.
Surprising because his head seemed pretty flexible before.
Yeah.
This is a great
That's
entry in the
strange.
series, delightfully cheesy and enjoyable. Scientists find Godzilla's cells and combine them with that of a plant to create
Oh,
a
yeah.
giant plant monster which
I remember
goes on
that.
a rampage.
Little
why'd
Shop
you
of
do
Horrors
that?
sort of
You don't
style.
mix Godzilla cells with a plant unless you want trouble.
Like the Resident
Perhaps
Evil
if they
plant.
called it Godzilla versus Little Shop of Horrors,
Yep,
it
I remember
would
that.
have more marquee value.
I remember all these videos.
In the first battle, Godzilla blows his head off and fucking fries that bastard. They replace the missing head with a robot one and equip it with all new weapons. And yes, this character is officially known as Mechaghidra. There's a
Mechaghidra.
scene where Rodan flies over the Magic Kingdom in Disney World.
Disney
Too bad he
World.
didn't stop off and take a shit all over Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Mothra actually makes an appearance. You see, there's an explanation that somehow Godzilla's cells got carried onto Mothra when she flew into space.
And
that
there
the
was like a
cells
black
went
hole or
into a
something?
black hole and
Yeah, that's it.
mutated as Space Godzilla.
That didn't make
Now,
sense
as
much.
ridiculous as it sounds, I'll accept that.
They
but
gave two
offer
explanations.
Another
Yeah.
explanation. that the cells came from Biollante, a creature spawned from Godzilla cells and plant cells, and that after fighting Biollante, the cells drifted up into space. I've never heard a movie give two
I
elaborate
know.
explanations.
I remember
like
that confused
when one
me.
was clearly enough.
You just
It
need one
begins with one of
explanation.
the most incredible title screens ever.
Transformers / Superman sort of style title. It's weird.
That's awesome. Well, you remember how he was born from nuclear radiation? Well, his heart is a nuclear reactor and it's melting down.
No.
That's the actual explanation in the movie. I'm not kidding. The name of the monster, surprisingly, isn't Destroyer. It's
Destroyer.
Yeah, that's the official name.
Destroyer.
Destroyer!
The
But what we
Destroyer.
got
I
was
can't
something that
pronounce
didn't
it.
even fit the requirements. None of Godzilla's trademark
yes.
characteristics were incorporated.
That's a lot of fish.
They actually kill him with missiles. Yeah.
A lot
they
of people
shoot him
hate this
down.
movie, but
That's it.
I liked
There's
it because
also
it was
some weird
bad.
thing about Godzilla laying eggs, which hatch in the velociraptors.
It's a
Yeah,
good lazy
seriously,
movie.
It's just like the raptors from Jurassic Park. Clearly, this movie owed more to Jurassic Park than it did to Godzilla. But the problem with this movie is that they called it Godzilla.
Yeah, they should have
In
named it
fact,
something
Toho
else.
officially renamed the monster
And I
Zilla.
still would have thought
They
it
even
was
make a
decent.
reference to it in the movie Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack.
Oh, this
Early in the
one's
film,
looks
when they're
totally
discussing the history of Godzilla, they mention that in 1998, a monster attacked New York City. The Americans think it was Godzilla, but it really wasn't. And later, in Godzilla Final Wars, there's a brief cameo where Zilla fights Godzilla and basically gets annihilated with
Yeah.
one single blast of his
It's
nuclear
like the
breath.
bloody ion
Too
cannon.
bad Zilla didn't have nuclear breath. Bottom line, Godzilla 1998 should officially be renamed Zilla. It's not worthy of God, it's just Zilla. But then, in what seemed like retaliation, Toho countered back with a new movie that was basically what the American version should have been. It was like a can of air refresher after someone took a nasty shit. He's so big, he's actually able to swallow Godzilla.
Yep,
or at
I
least
remember
partially
that.
Devour him like a snake eating
This-
a rat.
Yeah, this
But
weird
uh-oh,
creepy
that
snake.
was a bad idea. Oh! It's when he leaps in the air and does a body slam. Look, there he goes.
Reminds me of like
If
the
you
Iron
did, this
Giant
one is
when he
called
jumps in the pool
Godzilla,
and everything.
Mothra, and
Just
King
water goes
Ghidorah,
everywhere.
Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Just rolls off your tongue. Now, as one would expect from the title, Mothra and King Ghidorah are present, but there's also Baragon. Why did he get left out of the title? Was it too long for just one more? Bottom
Yeah.
line, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, the
about
title was
Baragon.
way too long.
There's also a monster from the Gamera series called Barugun that shoots rainbows out its back.
I like that. It's
That's
totally awesome.
Baragon and Barugun. Get it right. They're two totally, completely
Rainbows.
different things. They just happen
It's
to
the
look
rainbow.
almost identical and have basically the
Literally.
same name. Man, you don't fuck with Godzilla. He takes on everybody. Boom! 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 Once again, the plot revolves around the military who build Mechagodzilla to fight Godzilla. But this time, Mechagodzilla is built around the actual skeleton of the original Godzilla. Yeah, so the Godzilla in this movie is definitely the second of its kind. And the original Godzilla bones are now inside Mechagodzilla.
It's
so the new
confusing.
Godzilla fighting the
It's like
old
fucking
one.
chronically
Once you're able
confused.
to wrap your head around that, it gets even more crazy. There's actually traces of Godzilla's
Oh, my head,
DNA
please, no
in
more.
the bones, and
My head.
somehow that causes a genetic memory that Mechagodzilla remembers that it was Godzilla and then goes on a
I remember
rampage through the
this.
city.
Yeah.
Now that's just mind-blowing. By the way, according to Toho, this is what goes on in New York City.
Yeah, I remember saying this. It doesn't have enough into New York,
No,
guys.
see, too late for that. Just here in a hand cannon. I'll blow your ass
New York
all the
is
way back to
definitely
church.
not like this. There's a lot of taxis and traffic,
Yeah,
but
guess that's about right.
potholes as
The
well.
first time I saw this, I
And
was
buildings,
really taken
tons of
back
buildings,
because
too many.
I watch a
Too many
Godzilla
people, too
movie
many
to
cars,
see
too many
monsters
buildings.
fighting, not people. But now, I think it's pretty awesome because usually in a Godzilla movie, you get scenes where monsters are fighting and scenes where people are talking. So, the trade-in is that instead, you get scenes with monsters fighting and scenes with people fighting. So, it's all fighting. You can't go wrong. Of course, there's aliens involved. They come down in a
Of course.
spaceship that looks like
Like the
Epcot's
Fisherman
giant
sort of
golf ball.
style.
They basically turn all the monsters loose to destroy the world. Anyway, the
Looks like a
aliens
sphere
repair
from the
Gaia, and now with new
Star
weapons,
Trek
they send them to join the battle.
Enterprise.
But then Mothra shows up to help, and in the middle of all this, there's still all that kung fu shit going on. So Mothra gets killed, Gigan gets killed, and then it's just Godzilla against Monster
The way it
X.
should be.
But wait. Oh, here it comes. Oh,
I don't know, it
yeah.
kind of reminds me like a
It's
Transformers
Ghidorah.
movie, because
And
they all
how fitting is
transform.
it that the last Godzilla movie puts him up against his most classic adversary? It's Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, GodzillaThon.
Look at that. Jesus. 50 years of Godzilla. Ooh, they're a bit close to the jewels. Just look at all these Godzilla movies, Jesus. So many. Okay, that's the end of the video. That was best of GodzillaThon. Basically, it's just like a compilation of all the videos into one sort of video, so to speak, of all the best bits. Yeah, is that all the? I mean, it's absolutely insane of all the Godzilla movies. There's too many Godzilla movies, and they're still making them today. It's 2020, and they're still making fucking more Godzilla movies. They really need to stop with Godzilla movies. But I mean, I guess it's kind of good because I mean, Friday the 13th and Halloween, they've sort of slowed that down a bit, I guess. Well, I don't know. They sort of slowed that down. We're not expecting any of those movies, so maybe Godzilla could slow down as well. Well, stop at King Kong versus Godzilla. That would be totally fucking awesome to see that in 2020. I want to see Michael Bay explosions. Yeah, no, it was totally awesome. I remember watching all these videos and tons of good old-fashioned memories on those. Yeah, it was some of the ones I really want to watch is like Son of Godzilla. Son of Godzilla looks totally awesome. A great sort of Godzilla comedy. I don't know why. I really want to watch that one because it looks funny, goofy, light-hearted. And I want to watch Mothra versus Godzilla as well. Again, I've already seen that, and I've already seen like King Kong versus Godzilla, the old one. And I want to see the original Godzilla, of course, the 1954 was it? All the classics. I would just love to watch all the Godzillas. Unfortunately, I don't think they're on Amazon Prime or Netflix. I think you got buy like a DVD, Blu-ray collection, and even then they don't have all these sort of like Godzilla movies. They only have like a handful, like just some of them. I don't know. I mean, it must be really expensive to buy a whole entire buy every single Godzilla movie on DVD. That must be so expensive. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to check out these Godzilla movies because some of them look really good. And as I said, I really want to watch The Son of Godzilla because it looks I know it's bad. I know it looks terrible and it's bad and it's probably one of the worst or so. But I don't know, it kind of looks pretty cool to watch. It's like a bit of like a Godzilla comedy, light-hearted, not to take it serious, you know, sort of thing. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.